Okay.
My notebook is there. Here.
We are on.
Lisa Marie, I heard you say that you're holding space for this meeting. Is that accurate?
When did you hear me say that?
Up there, you said something about I'm holding space for it, and it's better for me to be liquid, something like that.
No, when I am holding space for stuff.
Okay.
I wasn't speaking about this specifically.
So who will hold space?
I will.
I knew it.
Okay.
I am as well.
Go. I want to hear from everyone first. Where are you in terms of the Confest? Has anything changed since the last time we spoke? Is there any new clarity that you want to share?
I just finished listening to the recording of the last call, and I don't hear that there's clarity about like what is the Confest really. It's more everybody has like a pretty different idea, and that's where we are. Is that correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So does anyone have any new clarity from after that call?
I have some clarity about you were saying in your context deepening that you want it to be more about living than about processes, like more about villaging, how it is to live together than processes, and something that came to me is like what is it that you want, because that doesn't sound as a festival. Maybe if there's different activities, it could be a festival, but it sounds a bit like a bridge house, like let's live together. And I wanna hear what is it about a bridge house that is a yes, and what is it that it's like no, this isn't a bridge house, it's a Confest. Because for me it isn't a bridge house. For me it is a space where there are different spaces happening simultaneously around the time, and people can choose where they go, what they create, and it's not just about living, but it is about spaces, processes, and activities. Like could be you said something about archers. Cool.
That's what I meant.
Like to have activities. And I bring that question about what is it about what you want that is like bridge house and what is not like bridge house, so we can distinguish them, because it's not clear for me.
Well, from what I remember, we each express what it is for us, but it never felt like one vision excluded the other. For me, it was like
Okay.
everybody adding something.
You now.
Am I freezing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna change room, and someone else
Probably
can
change
speak
as
in
well.
the meantime.
Everyone is changing rooms.
Yeah.
We are back.
I'm listening.
The clarity that I have about it now is, well, I noticed that we've started to call it Confest. More with than whether it's a training space or not, is that it's more of a physical space for possibility for for possibilitators, edge workers, trainers to come together under the umbrella of possibility management. And I want about management, actually. I want this to be about how can okay, how can no, it's not how. The tools, the distinctions of possibility. I want to get the gold. I want to get gold from other other Arc and Invention centers. I think it was Jennifer who was touching on this actually. I want to and I want to share like the gold that has been happening for me, the gold that has been happening for Somos. And let it cook and of the culture that is possibility management, and that it creates the field that is possibility management, that starts to evolve with the people who are here feeding into the field that is created through this festival.
I have the same thing as you, Charlotte. And for me, I want to call it Confest. I want to call it Archi Confest. Because Confest comes from bringing cavitation into the space, and because it's like a mixture between a conference and a festival, in the sense that it isn't a festival like any that I've ever heard. And I don't want to call it festival because I don't want people to expect a festival that they know anything about. It's a blank page, and I want it to be different. I want us to create from the unknown, and I don't want to have like keynote speakers. That isn't what I want at all. Like I'm a no to a festival with keynote speakers, and like to know 3 months beforehand what's going to be on the schedule. For me, it's like, what is people's research now? What's alive? What do they want to hold space for? And that we create as we go. Like I don't mind there being a structure. Like every day we come together or like a planning committee, and there's people, I want to hold space for this, I want to hold space for that, but I don't want this schedule that you send out months beforehand, knowing everything that's going to happen in those days. I want spaciousness, I want flexibility, I want aliveness, I want discovery, and that we can put it out there already, and that people can already begin to think about what they want to bring to the space, what they want to offer, what they want to receive. That's what's coming up for me. I want spaces for transformation, also spaces for stuff like archery or centering or going into the center of the earth, or planting, or like planting trees, like different kinds of celebration. That's what comes to me.
I have this fear that we're going to keep each one of us sharing what we want. And I wonder what is the moment where like we're really got deeper and we're like, aha, this is what we are doing.
Mm-hmm.
When we get to that moment.
Okay.
I have a sense that I'm getting there. Like until now, it was
Okay.
like, and now I have this like, yes, like this. It's becoming more grounded for me.
Hmm.
What's happening for you, Daphne?
Yeah, I had this fear that we're repeating what we said on the first call, and I mostly agree with you. I also want it to be a discovery space. I also want it to not be completely planned. What was the most alive for me? It was instead of having all these things go on Telegram, to have it there in person, to be off this digital world and be sharing our discoveries or shares or events in person, have the village in person, basically.
Mhm. Is there anything that isn't resonating for you?
I feel fear about logistics of being in the Confest and having it planned during. I still have this fear of like, I don't know, maybe there's a meeting every morning that takes 2 hours, like there's something logistical to be solved.
And you feel fear because?
I feel fear of chaos and confusion. I feel fear that there would be chaos and confusion if there isn't a clear proposal of how to decide each day what spaces are happening.
Mhm. And you want?
I want to create a clear proposal about that. I want that to be clear. Maybe not now, but during the process of when we get more to the planning, to have that clear.
And therefore?
Therefore, I will make a proposal.
I feel fear because I sense it's really valuable what you're saying, and it is really not like, for me, it's not the time for it because it's very something that's just before or something. My proposal, what I want, I will create like a file, like a to-do list file, and that will be one of the questions that we take with us, and we will later on unfold. I can even add a date, and I propose we unfold it near August.
Yes. Am I freezing for you? You are sometimes freezing for me.
No.
No.
Okay.
Another logistics I have is that I would like to have it after Aridani, which is the last week of October. And Chloe and Clinton are also there on those dates. And Vera's also would want to join and would see if she could make it on those dates. And that's the proposal I have, that we have it on the 26th for 1 week. So it would be from Monday till Sunday.
26th of October or November?
October.
1 week, 5 days, or 7 days?
This is 7 days.
7 days.
I'm still scared of the weather, so that can also go into the logistics of preparing for rain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what are the next steps then? I hear that we have a context, which is it's a celebration of possibility management for trainers and possibilitators who want to come and get gold and share their gold and throw it into the cauldron. It's like having the Telegram village in person in Tenerife. Everyone's offering their the things that they want to offer, but it's in person. We're together. We're eating together. We're playing together. There's all this space for for flexibility, and there's also a structure of a way to decide each day what events are gonna be on in the spaces that there are. And we're gonna call it the Archi Confest, and it's from the 26th of October until the 1st of November. We need to prepare for the rain, and we need to figure out a technology for deciding how everything is gonna, like how to decide what spaces are gonna be and when and where. And the next thing for me would be for someone to write the context, to make a flyer, and to get it on the team up calendar, to get it in the possibility management website, to share with the village. Does anyone else see anything I don't in terms of things that need to be done before that?
Will you go one by one and be like, who will hold space for this? Since that's
I would say decide how many people maximum.
Mhm. Also, for me, a decision would be, do we want to open it up over the weekend to people that aren't in possibility management, like to the Tenerife village?
Oh yeah.
Or do we just want to keep it 1 week, just possibilitators? And we don't need to decide now.
Yeah.
the who will hold space for the writing the codex. I don't even think it's well,
Not a codex.
it's not very
Yeah,
necessary to write a codex. But
No, the description of what the Confest is.
I want to hold space for it.
so will we also do the message, as it's kind of the same thing?
Yes. You
Will you
mean
share-
send the message on the Telegram group?
Like, I think he's saying like to write the description for, like, for example, the web page, and then to write a message that you would send to share it. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, I forgot about a web page. That's another thing. But yeah,
So, I mean, just to write the description, I would say, for now, of what the Confest is, and then to share it in our group for feedback and coaching.
Mhm.
Yes. And do we need a subscription system?
Yeah, I
before
would have
sharing the message.
a Google Docs form. So
Mhm.
who will hold space for the Google Doc? We need to do this for the ETB and for the lab and for Alidani and for the Confest.
I will all do them
For Google Docs, go.
for Google Docs.
Okay. Deciding the max number. I say we get when we have like 40 people signed up, then we can talk about it. Until then,
No
Thinking
maximum
50.
spaces.
exactly. Yeah. We just need to get more showers. That's all. And the price. What do we want to charge for this?
Mm.
Yeah.
I want it to be really not cheap, but for me, not like a training price, like a price that reflects the fact that it's a co-creation, and maybe with money apart for accommodation. I don't know.
I think that's the point where you said this, Lisa Maria, at one point that you wanted to discuss what we want to get out of it.
Mhm.
And for me, I'm really on this path of going financially independent from my father. And one of the things that I know how to do is to organize festivals. So I want to, get either money out of it, either resources. Like I'm also imagining myself creating a life where I can be hosted in different places and then I don't need to pay so much rent.
Mhm.
Cool. Will you bring clarity about it? Like, clarity about it and be like, this is what if everything will be just as I wanted, this is how it will look like. This is what I will get, or this is the exchange I would want.
I want to think about it and get back to you about it, because I don't have a clear proposal right now.
Mhm.
Great.
Yeah, I don't have a clear proposal right now. I also I feel some fear of, you always say that you want it to be affordable, whatever we're doing. and I do want it to be affordable. I want this to be a coming together space, and I want that the expenses are covered, and yeah, and that's the main part. Will you bring your center back?
And he's killing a little moth. Save it, but it's back instead.
It's life
It's like,
and death.
I'm thinking about like in the Confest in the book, and also in the cohabitation study groups, they brought it up about how people who don't use any fossil fuels get to come for free. So that's how it goes in the book. And my thought is like, what kind of way can we make the exchange regenerative, or can we make it like, are you supporting regenerative culture? Yes, then yes, come in. Like, and if you're not, then yes, it might be more expensive, and kind of have that kind of agreement or deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Or what resources are you bringing
Yeah.
to? It's almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And to have those as kind of like things for people to like deepen in themselves, and that we have like a minimum amount that needs to cover the expenses, and then people decide.
I would even do, if people like, for people who are completely like people who have jobs, or get money from parents, which many do, and to those people to have a different deal. Like, kind of, you're taking a stand for a new way of interacting with money. Like, you're not a slave for patriarchy. Okay. And for those people to be more generous, or that kind of arrangement also could be possible for me. Any thoughts?
I feel fear about it kind of going into some kind of discrimination and judgment, like, how you're in patriarchy, you need to pay more.
I see it as tires, like there's red tire, yellow tire, green tire.
Tier.
So green tier is, you come without fossil fuels, and you don't work in a job
In a corporation.
Yeah. Black tier is like, you're from Denmark and you came on your private jet, so. and you yeah, whatever.
It's actually, you froze. I mean, thinking about it, it's actually very similar to the trainings, where depending on the country you come from, what you pay is different. But it's done in a totally different way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think we have some time to decide about that. We can still get the dates out there and get the message out there.
I wouldn't share the date.
You can share twice.
Huh?
You can share twice. One.
Okay.
Register.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a bit scared because you keep freezing. I heard something like we could share the dates. I wouldn't share the dates. And then it froze.
Yeah.
I was just saying I feel scared to share the dates without like having like energetic and
You keep freezing.
I don't know whether to speak or not.
Now you're back.
I'm scared it's sloppy to share the dates without clarity about the price. And
Yeah.
do you agree?
Yes.
And yeah, what would stop us? Like, what would stop us from going into it now? We have this call scheduled. We have some time. My proposal. The first thing that keeps coming to me is 200 euros, and 100 is split between the space holders, and the other 100 is for Somos. That's my initial proposal.
What do you mean by the space holders? Is it the 4 of us? Or 5 with Jennifer?
It would, yeah, if Jennifer's holding space for it, then yes.
Distance that I 25 euros each.
Mm-hmm.
20.
Sorry, yeah, 20.
So like 200 would be the minimum?
It could be 200 to 500.
Or just 200 upwards. I really have this thing about like I would rather have nothing than 20 or 25 euros. It's like it's like
20 euros for 50 people, that's 1,000 euros.
yeah. Oh right, I see what you mean.
Mhm.
Okay.
No, it's not tough. But yeah. And maybe it's not
Okay.
what you want, but that's
Okay.
the calculation.
I get it. I get it.
And for Somos, that's 5,000.
Okay. Then yes. Yes.
Mhm.
For that.
Yeah, that price makes sense for me.
Yeah.
It's accessible and yeah, it makes sense. Just does.
Mhm.
And then we're paying for food apart. And for me, it's just we're not paying people to come and take part. It's a co-creation. It's a
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I'm thinking about the paying for food apart. Something doesn't land in me about it. But I don't have high resistance to just put it there.
Mhm.
The question mark on it.
So for a week, it would be about 40 euros per person, right? For food.
Yeah.
That's what we've been averaging.
It could also be 250 to 600, and 250 is including
Food.
food.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I think I
that
prefer
makes
that.
sense.
Then we need a kitchen space holder who's going to do the shopping.
We can have a kitchen space holder, and we can have helpers. Like people who come and they help with the kitchen.
They're not helpers, they're just the team. Like, I wouldn't do it that just the kitchen space holder has to be there every meal, like they expand the box.
Yeah.
What I'm proposing is like a lab.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The kitchen space holder would be to decide on what to buy and to prepare like the meals.
and whole space for the kitchen.
Well, I think we would have that anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
So 250 to 600, you said? Someone said?
Yeah. I'm also happy just to have it at 250, but I mean, it doesn't hurt to have a sliding scale. Some people will pay more.
Yeah.
If they want to.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, and then what about people who are coming in the green tier or the red tier?
Mhm.
And what is in the green tier and the red tier and the black tier?
Oh yeah. First, any resistance that we create tiers that are based on people's jobs and based on how they get to Tenerife. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Summary.
I just have resistance to it being based on people number free. That would be it for me. I don't. Who's the worst at archaeology?
It froze. I didn't hear you. You have resistance about doing it on people's jobs. That's what you said.
Yeah, it's like creating a class system about who's the worst at archaeology. Like you're being punished.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To me,
I'm scared of all the victim stories also.
I wouldn't do tiers. I would just say, you know, if you don't use fossil fuels to get here, you come for free. And it could be one other thing, like if you're coming to Aridani, for example, I want the people either to come to free or with a discount, because they're going to be paying for a lot of stuff beforehand. And I want that to be like the celebration also for Aridani. I want it to be the space where the people from Aridani like share all the stuff about Aridani, like about I want you to be in Aridani, Daphne, so that you can be part of that. Like there's going to be like all this energy, all this movement, and for me, like the Confest is also the culmination of that, where maybe we make a little film and we share it. We share about what, like, our experiments, our gold. It's the place where people can practice holding space, like put all the training they've just had into practice.
Mhm.
And so that, like, for me, Aridani would either be included in that or it would have a separate deal. But yeah, for me, it would be like 2 or 3 things that if you qualify for this, you come for free. I wouldn't make like a black tier, like if you work for a corporation, then you'll pay more.
Yeah.
That doesn't work for me.
Will you give a counter proposal?
That was my counter proposal.
Not like a clear counter proposal.
So it would be if you didn't use fossil fuels to come here, then you come for free. If you're in Aridani, you pay €100, and if
Giving a proposal right now.
mhm.
So it froze again. I heard if you didn't use fossil fuels, you come for free. If you were in Aridani, you pay 100. Was there something else?
And then you were feeling something.
Mhm. Yeah, I feel scared because I want the Confest to be a part of Aridani. I want it to be included, and I think that that's too complicated. So I leave it at €100, and I can't think of a third one. Like if you only earn money through like your non-material value and you're out of the prisons, but I mean it's murky water. So I think I would leave it at that. Any resistance to my proposal? 3, 2, 1.
I have one resistance. It says, oh yeah.
Go, Daphne.
I'm just wondering if making it free is manageable.
I will be very interested to see who would get here without using any fossil fuels.
And can you give me clarity exactly on what is using fossil fuels? Like if you come by boat, do you use fossil fuels?
Which boat?
Yeah.
If you come with a sailboat, no.
It's the only way is if you come on a canoe, on a raft, or on a sailboat. Like that would be the only way you can qualify for this.
Or you came from Tenerife Island and you were walking.
Yeah.
Or on a bicycle. Or on a horse.
It
Or a
will mean
donkey.
people from Tenerife will come for free. The proposal.
What?
So you wouldn't even ask for the food cost.
They're like kind of asking us, so you don't even ask for the food, but really like you have bring us your sharpness.
A counter proposal.
Yeah, your counter proposal.
It's not a counter proposal yet. I still need to feel into it. I think I'm just scared,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm
For
not
me, it
against
would
the
be-
idea.
For me, it would be the people that aren't already on the island, like, and it would be people, and that they would pay for their own food.
And what about the people who are in the island?
Yeah.
If they arrived at the Confest without using fossil fuels, then they get a discount. But for me, the thing that I'm going to put is if you arrive to the island without using fossil fuels, you come to free. And like for me, it doesn't count for people who already are on the island. It's cheating. So for me, they're not in the
Why?
deal.
I would get to come
No.
for free.
If someone from Plantamo comes all the way to Somos without using fossil fuels,
Yeah.
it's not only for people.
To expand the box.
Cool. Yeah. So she only pays for food. That'll be my proposal.
I'd be up for that.
Oh, sorry.
So when they come for free, but they pay.
Yeah.
And Adidani people pay 100, including food.
Make a proposal. I'm scared. I
I
would say
pro-
including food. That's obviously my impulse.
I propose Aridani people pay 150. The other thing is another resistance. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I do have some resistance because I also have the Confest is really the celebration of part of the celebration of Adidani as well. I want it to be, and my counter proposal is €100 including food for Adidanians.
Yay!
That's for resistance.
Is there any resistance apart from Lisa Maria? 3, 2, 1.
I have one resistance. I'm not sure what it is. Yeah.
You have 2 resistance, or you have 7 resistance? That thing.
No, 2. I still have resistance, but if I can let it pass.
Okay. And
What
you
would you
have
say the
one-
resistance? Do you know what it is?
I would still add a €40 for the food.
because
Because then it's €100 cheaper than the normal price. I don't know. I don't really have a logical thing to say about this. It's more a feeling.
And I propose that, like, of those €100, if 50 goes towards food, the other 50 goes for the space holders.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, that's another proposal. Wait. My one resistance was something about what is the culture that we're creating. That's the question that came up. It's like, because the money is a way of supporting the space holders who created the thing, who created the event, and Somos who created. But if they're also part of the creation, so it does make sense to me actually. So kind of that's just the one resistance of having that question in me. I mean, I don't. Yeah, that's.
I want the
Mhm.
people who are in Adidani to be part of creating the festival.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if I will be in Aridani. And I notice I feel resistance about the Confest being part of Aridani.
What does it mean the Confest is part of our identity? Because I hear you saying it, and I also have resistance. Will you say what do you mean when you say that?
That it's like the what Lisa Maria was saying, that people that have been in Adidani, all the tools, the skills, the matrix, the distinctions, that this then is a place to like put it into another practice, put it into another space. And at the end of the Confest, the people coming from outside, again, it gives them another opportunity and gives them this space to be with possibilitators, with edge workers, with space holders, and to expand their matrix even more.
Like Adidani was so like ecstatic by the end, like so much energy had accumulated, and I'm not going to say it's like that again, but like there's this, for me it's a place where people can put that into action in a different way. And I wouldn't have it together. Like it's like people can come to Adidani and then leave, or they can stay for the Confest. So it's not like a one like package or whatever. But it would be like
Yeah.
the Confest is where you can practice. It's where you can hold space. It's where you can share. Like I think there's going to be so much cross-pollination happening. Like it's going to be so alive, that moment, like everything that people have been discovering. And so it's just going to be a very like a bubbling
Cauldron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to explain a little bit more. I don't know if I will be in Aridani. First, because I don't know if I want to do another lab this year. Usually one lab per year is enough for me, and I need a lot of time to put into practice the things that unfolded for me. The second reason is that the 2nd of October, I have to move out of my apartment. So normally I would be in Belgium and dealing with that. If I'm not in Belgium dealing with that, it means that I need to move earlier, and I don't know if I will have found something. And I don't want to put this pressure on myself that I need to solve it already in September. And when you speak about Aridani, then I feel like something for Aridani could be created, like a special celebration for that. And for me, the Confest is a separate thing. And if it's maximum 50 people, Aridani, it's also like really a lot of people already. So I don't want the Confest to be half of the Aridani people, and that it's like the continuation of it, and then new people come from outside and they feel like they're stepping into a group that has already formed.
Wait, because Lisa Maria and Charlotte were speaking about something else. They were speaking about how the Confest would be a place for the people in Aridani to then practice. And what you're saying is basically people from Aridani will not be invited to the Confest in a way. Because I don't want there to be all the people from Aridani in the Confest. And maybe that will happen. Maybe most of the Confest will happen to be Aridani. Maybe there will be a lot more people. But that's a consequence of putting the Confest after Aridani. Regardless to if we declare it or say, like they were saying, part of Aridani doesn't sound like part of Aridani. It sounds like a great space for the participants of Aridani to go and practice, which it is. And I have high resistance. I have 10 resistance to be like limiting people from Aridani to come to the Confest.
That was not my proposal. I'm not saying let's close it to the people of Aridani. And I'm saying I do feel resistant to the Confest just becoming the continuation of Aridani.
And for me, that we will have our own celebration when, like, at the end of Aridani. Like, it will be as one space will close and another one will open. And the reasons that you gave for not wanting to come to Aridani, for me, just smell like your box, like, and bullshit. And so why do you really not want to come? And it's not a problem if you don't want to come, but like, will you get real with us?
I don't want to do another lab. Right now, that's my main reason.
Because
I don't want to do another lab. I don't want to be in another PM training. It's too soon for me. I'm still working on everything I discovered.
Mhm.
And I might feel different in September.
Okay. Because we're creating like a PM space, so I feel scared that you wouldn't want to be in a PM space, but you want to create a different kind of PM space. Like, I don't know, there's some alarm bells going off.
Mm-hmm.
You mean that the Confest is a PM space, and then I would realize that I don't want to be in the Confest?
Yeah, like it's like you're saying, I know I don't want any more transformation. And it's like, well, what do you think the Confest is about then? What is it for you? Is it just like not a transformational space, or it's more like relaxing and having fun? Like, I don't know. I'm scared that we would have different points of origin about what the space is for.
I imagined as an organizer, I would be very busy with the organization. And I also imagine it's not as intense as a lab.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel fear because I'm also receiving this like red flag, or like this my fear is telling me something, and I feel scared because I want to radically be on your team, Daphne. And I remember in the break free how much your box had resistance, and then it broke, and how much your being was longing for something, that your box really hold yourself back. And now, right now, when I hear you say about like this rules about how it goes in your head about I only have one lab a year, and like something in me is like, no, I don't want that. Like I just feel a lot of fear of, I want to be with you, Daphne, and I don't know how. And yeah, that's what's alive in me. And I also hear that you say like maybe things will change, and that also makes me feel fear, because like, what do you mean things will change? Like it's how it is right now, and yeah, I just wanted to bring that up, and I really do want to be on your team, and I really don't know how it goes, but I want you to know that it looks the same, it smells the same.
Yeah, what you say, it lands. And I notice I'm trying to justify the fact that I don't want to commit to a lab right now.
Mm-hmm.
Will you say that again?
I don't want to commit to a lab right now.
The part about the justification?
Yeah, I notice I'm trying to justify the fact that I don't want to commit to a lab right now.
Mm-hmm. Because, yeah, I feel sad because Aridani isn't a lab. Like,
No, I mean the lab before. There's a Woman of Earth lab, right?
No, we're going to have a possibility village lab, which is going to be basically geared towards the village that we're going to create, like the experiment that is Aridani. And the reason that we're having the lab is so that we can deepen the context, and that Aridani can be a space for really for what it is, which is for doing like a radical villaging experiment and creating archaearchy. And I feel sad and scared that you wouldn't want to do that. And I'm not saying that it's a problem. What I hear is like a rule, like a box rule, like and like, yeah, that's what I have.
I actually feel sadness when I hear you speak, and I notice my resistance. It's not a box rule. It's really a resistance. Like, I find labs super, super difficult.
Mhm.
It's like the most unhappy place. I get extremely unhappy in there. I did it 3 times, and 3 times it's like that. So
Mhm. What do you have,
and
Charlotte?
I hear that it's a preparation to Ariden, and I feel joy about that.
Mhm.
I feel scared because I also feel angry. I feel angry because like it was the same before the ETB. It was the same thing, same resistance. I don't want to, it's unhappy, it's hard for me. Then the same again before the break free. And after each, like that happened before and then after, it was really this like blossoming. And I remember seeing posts from you after you did the Women of Earth Lab, like how you had transformed and how it had been this amazing space for you. And I get that it's really scary. Like it's like the fear of the fear, like to go like the fear of the transformation, and then the actual transformation is like something else, and then after is something else again. And it's like I feel like I'm stuck at this beginning part with you, like of the way out is through, and it's like this beginning part of like knocking on the door, and I feel scared. Oh, because yeah, I want to be on your team, and I don't know how, and I feel scared because I might try and manipulate you. I feel scared I might try and force you, and I feel angry because, like, yeah, there's part of me that's like, it's bullshit. It's bullshit, Daphne. Like your being is so like shining through when you're in those spaces, when I have been in those spaces with you. And yeah, I want to be in those spaces with you as well. And yeah, there's so much gold that comes from you being in those spaces with you as you are, when you're happy, unhappy, box, being, gremlin.
What is it about a lab specifically that makes it such an unhappy place for you?
So first, I just want to reply to Charlotte because I hear your love and your commitment, and I'm really touched. And I feel fear because I feel my inner victim who wants to tell you how horrible it is. And then you ask the perfect question, Lisa Maria, so that I can tell you how horrible it is in the lab and how it's killing me.
And I wanna tell you where that question came from, because like you said, you want to live in Somos semi-permanently. Like this is a question you asked us. And I'm not saying that Somos is a lab, but I want Somos to become more and more a place for people to train and to transform and to invent archaearchy. And so that's where my question comes from, of like, what is it about a lab that it makes it so horrible?
Yeah, what I suspect is that for me, a lab is like school, and I don't have a choice. Whatever is proposed, whatever exercise, I have to do it. That's how I experience labs so far. So that's what needs to change for me to start being alive in a lab. Because I really go extinct. Like I remember the first day of break free, 3 times people thought I was not in the room and I was there. Like I energetically made myself disappear.
And
And
I
I
also
don't know
witnessed
how to be in a lab with my own agency and not and decide what I do and what I don't.
I saw you decide. I saw you walk out of a process.
More than once.
And I saw you come back and go through this process of reconnecting with your being. And yeah, I saw you make lots of decisions.
I tried to have a conversation with Lisa. She will not talk with me. And I don't know why she got so angry when I left because I didn't want to do a process. And it really scares me.
Mm.
There is like this constant blackmailing. If you leave, you don't come back. That's how I experience it, like blackmailing.
Mm. Yeah. And if you stay in you and stay with you, like forget about Lisa. I still see you making your decisions, making your choices.
I have a suspicion that there's something underneath. Like that there's something deeper than the fear of not being able to have agency or keep your center. That this is like kind of a, what's the thing, like the thing that the gremlin is putting in front of the eyes to avoid something.
Yeah.
Like a distraction technique or something.
Mm.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Mm.
I don't have the answer, but I see what you mean.
Mm.
I have a proposal
Yes.
to have a space for gremlin ecstasy about this oops, yeah, or about that I can't, like, one lab a year is too much. One lab a year, I can't do more than one lab a year. It's horrible.
Yeah,
It's a horrible
it's
experience.
the most horrible,
Yeah.
There's a big charge there with gremlin.
Yeah. And get to the wound that's underneath.
Yes. I will bring it to my foreself.
So
Yeah. One of the fear that came up, do you still have space for something more? When you said, like, I'm going to be really busy organizing, and I have a fear of, like, that you already know this role of, like, being a festival organizer, and I see you there with like a flip chart and the pen behind your ear, like running around everywhere, organizing everything, and yeah, I don't. That's not what I want you to do in the festival. I don't want anyone to do that. I don't want you to be an organizer. Like, you are a space holder, and you're just like sourcing this creation, and I want you to be there and present. And we have a big team. You know, what would it take for you to not be that person zipping around everywhere and not really being like present doing what you want because you're busy. Like, I don't want you to be the busy bee. I know that well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you said it yourself the other day. You're a rift walker. You're the one that's creating the and walking the edges.
Thank you for being on my team. I keep having, yeah, this sentence in my head that it's quite extraordinary to work with you.
Mm.
I don't think there's any other place where someone would tell me, I don't want you in the organizer role. And I really get it. It's a huge emotional fear about labs,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not serving me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will look into it. Thank you.
Good.
Maybe your next lab is all about that. All about how can this lab be the best time of my life?
Mm. Mm.
That sounds very crazy.
Yeah.
At the same time, not impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really think it's your box, because the you are experiencing labs from your being is just, she's flying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy we recorded this.
I feel fear because we were in the middle of a logistics proposal, and and I feel fear because I have logistics energetically. I don't want to switch the space that way. So I want to actually end the space right now. And I want to know wherever you are.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that as a possibility, Ren.
Mhm.
Mm.
Will you share where you are?
I feel joy. I feel joy because something, I don't know, like, how to explain it, tightened in the connection, and something like is shifting in the field of the Confest, and in the space holders within the Confest. And I experienced the context really starting to land in me, and it's starting to run its matrix through me. And I feel joy to be in a real space with you, Daphne, and with what is happening. And yeah, it'd be so caring, such a caring space. I experienced such care from you, from Lisa Maria, from Iran, from myself. And also this kind of quiet, like, let's keep going to the core, let's keep going to the core.
Thank you for sharing, Charlotte.
Yes.
Wow. I feel glad that we got through so many things, logistical and non-logistical.
I feel really sad and glad and scared that all three of you don't let me bullshit myself. Thank you.
I feel sad. I feel sad because of your insistence to allow your being to be present and to not let your gremlin take over, and how you were catching your gremlin coming up, and I feel sad because a lot of emotional fear was coming up for me when, oh, now this Maria is saying another thing, oh, Charlotte has another thing to say, and I was feeling a lot of fear, and I keep seeing you like really staying in connection and not letting your grandma take over. Really touched me.
Okay. See you in the next space.
Pronto.
Thank you,
Hasta
Daphne.
pronto.
Thank you.
Bye.